Welcome to Salt Lake City. It's the final weekend of the regular season for League One Volleyball, and we've got a hot matchup for you. Madison has come to town. Lauren Carlini, Olympian, along with 2023 NCAA Player of the Year, Sarah Franklin. Madison is taking on hometown host Salt Lake. Atlanta already has a bye in the championships next week. Second place will also get a first-round bye. Houston and Madison are going to find out who gets that this weekend. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside former national team setter Salima Rockwell. I said a lot on the line for Madison, and they have been in a good rhythm. They have to win both.
Well, it's been unbelievable what Madison has done in this last stretch of the season, winning 6 in a row, and this is behind the arm of Annie Drews Schumacher. She has been playing lights out. The All-American and the Olympian has been taking over match after match. She is virtually unstoppable right now in her play. This is something Salt Lake is going to have a handful with tonight.
Taking a look at Madison's lineup, it can't all come from the right side. Jennifer Janitska out of Germany has to carry the load, passing and attacking. As for Salt Lake, big arm in Ronnie Jones-Perry.
Well, she hits a heavy, heavy ball. And Madison knows this. When Ronnie Jones-Perry hits the ball, you can hear it echo throughout the arena. So you're going to have to watch out for Ronnie Jones-Perry tonight.
And in Salt Lake's lineup, we have seen them go back and forth between two very talented opposites. Former USC star Skylar Fields will get the start at opposite. She has an awful lot of power. Salima, take us through our Adidas scouting report, please.
Well, scouting report for Salt Lake City, they have to take the edge off of Annie Drews Schumacher. She's been too much for everybody to handle. Take the edge off. Madison, slow and steady, wins the race. They have been climbing their way back, really steadying out their offense. They have to remember that and not get ahead of themselves looking for a bye. Of course, Salt Lake City with his deep, deep bench playing chess, moving pieces around.
Lauren Carlini, first serve, goes right at Ronnie Jones-Perry. They want her to do a lot of work today, passing and attacking as much as possible. And blocking as well, Tori Dixon and RJP combined.
Well, you're gonna see the block pick different spots against Annie Drews Schumacher. That's gonna be the key, moving that around, finding out where she is.
Tori Dixon serving Serena Gray up front in the middle for Salt Lake. Again and again, that's a big dig, and they need a lot of those from Skylar Fields. You know, I had a quick conversation with Skylar Fields today, and I was talking about what she needs to do, and she's like, defense. I need defense back there, and she's right.
That's it.
Andrew Schumacher will test her. Sarah Franklin, 6'4", played her collegiate volleyball for Wisconsin. Slowed down by Andrew Schumacher block. And that's Janitska doing the work.
When you talked about how important she's going to be, not just Drews Schumacher, they can't do it with her alone. And Janitska has the ability to power that ball through the block, hit it off the edges.
Will Sarah Franklin go at Ronnie Jones-Perry? They want to make her do work, and indeed, that is exactly what they do. It's trouble. So double block on her. Anna Hall set. A net violation against Madison. Matt Ferberger is the head coach of this team, and boy, starting off 1-7 and now winning 6 consecutive. Wonderful how the sun shines when that happens.
That is such an emotional roller coaster, not just for the players, but man, for the coach, that is hard. But he has weathered that storm and was always positive the whole way through the season.
We have a challenge, people wondering if there was a touch, and it wasn't close.
And it's got right into the net. That was the net call, and you could see it right there.
Clawing it down. Speaking of Olympic medalists, Jordan Poulter serving. While Madison had a substitution, they had Claire Chaussee that they just put in the backcourt for Sarah Franklin. Will Poulter try to serve Chaussee? She may have tried, but Medved stepped in and didn't work out well.
That's a nice mid-zone dropper serve. Jordan Poulter has the ability to move that ball around, drive it short and deep. Gonna look at that half of the court.
going again at Chaussee. They want to test her. And what speed to the pins in that delivery of the set.
I love that. They're going to have to really put some pressure on that block. We talk about the block of Salt Lake City all the time and how good they are. Speed is going to be the only way to beat that block.
Anna Hall, part of the national team for many years, serving. Perfect pass by Danny Drews. Skylar Fields goes to attack it a second time. She's got the wall of Annie.
Well, Annie has such a good feel for the game, right? She knows that ball's coming over quickly, turns fast to take care of Skylar Fields on that overpass.
Hall serving. Manami Kojima has pinched Ronnie Jones-Perry over to the side. Beautiful pass. Lets RJP go to work. Here's a free ball. Skylar Fields getting her involved from the outside.
So what I'm really impressed with so far, it's early, but Salt Lake has passed almost every ball perfectly right now, on the money. They can get those first ball kills and siding out right away against Madison. This is going to be a good night for them.
And if Ronnie Jones-Perry can bring heat on her serve, ooh, that's a smart move by her. That toss was way out in front. Ball's out, and we're going to see what the toss looks like this time. Ronnie Jones-Perry.
That got way, way out in front of her, like you said, why she had to just kind of groove it over the net.
Yeah, that was in a different county. There you go. Never mind.
Better toss, ended up attacking it just a little bit low at the end.
And you have to, when you're her and you have that kind of power and speed to rely upon it. Here's Drew Schumacher in the backcourt. She will still be offensive from back there. Hit the D ball deep right side. Beautiful pass to your point, Selena. Manami Kojima, helmet on. Yanitska and Bia Correa.
That is excellent help by Yanitska, recognizing that Poulter running forward wants to just lay that ball right behind her. Stays home, able to block that pipe in the middle of the court.
Lauren Carlini is front court setter for Madison. She will attack on two. A little bit of trouble, everybody knows it's going to be a high ball. And Skylar Fields is a high flyer. Wow! How does she get it? She's a lefty on the left side, and the block was cross court.
Well, and it's hard to pick that up. You have to overplay it a little bit. When the ball falls inside with a lefty, that is her natural swing. Move it in just a little bit more, and they're going to be able to block that ball.
Bia, middle pass. Jones-Perry will deliver a free ball, and it's almost a kill on the free ball. Skylar Fields attacking high hands.
Little miscommunication started that, gave Salt Lake City an opportunity, and they're setting up pretty tight, high and tight, letting Fields go over the top, off the hands of the block.
Yeah, I mean, in college, obviously, she was kaboom, bounce, bounce, bounce. She said she's trying to work hands. The back third of the court. Front court. That was tough. Not handled well. Salt Lake at 6-8 this weekend. Tamamiya Shiro, head coach, three-time All-American in Washington. A libero, what do you like about her coaching style?
I just love that she's calm and she's always involved, though. She's like connected with the team. How she communicates is just really, really easy. No panic, and always keeping them under control.
That's one of the things Poulter said, actually, was that you always know what it's going to be when she walks into the gym. Fields. From the backcourt, Drew Schumacher and Jordan Poulter, no problem. Such a tough ball.
This defense already is so good. Especially on the right side, a lot of attacks to the right side of the court. Nice block lineup by Lauren Carlini there on Danny Drews.
Yanitska. And they are going after Ronnie Jones-Perry now. She's had a couple of trouble passes. Franklin outside. Oh, no. It's a good effort by Danny Drew Schumacher, but don't deny a setter for hit.
Nope, never. Because the setter's going to take it. She's going to do everything she can to score. Jordan Poulter making this move, diving, keeping the ball alive. Can't quite get a perfect set on that.
Eight serving and 9 as Skylar Fields goes to the back court. Jordan Poulter, front court. 2 Olympic setters from the Paris Olympics, both front court right now, and Jordan Poulter and Lauren Carlini.
That was such a pretty set by Lauren Carlini. She can move her hands around like nobody. On a tight ball, left hand around the ball, right hand on the bottom of the ball just to make it work.
I mean, it was clean, but I wonder in years past, would that have gotten called because it's unconventional?
Absolutely. It's weird, it's different, and refs don't see it very often. But that move by Lauren Carlini, beautiful set.
Let's take a look at it one more time while there's a little bit of a technical problem.
We always talk about how she plays the game and runs the ball. Look at those hands. Normally you shape your hands around the ball, completely around the ball. That time you saw one hand go down. Watch this again. Beautiful. I love it. It's incredible.
Back on track 9-9, Fields. And they're going to try to go after Sarah Franklin. There are very specific serving targets. Doesn't mean they're bad passers all the time, but what are they trying to do?
Well, there's a couple of things. Maybe they aren't passing as well, but maybe they just want to wear them out. Want to serve them as much as possible because they're one of their top attackers. You can just keep pressure on them. They're going to break down a little bit.
That block, meanwhile, Anna Hall this time.
And Madison has adjusted a couple of times now on the outside to the left, as you talked about before. Really doing a nice job lining up on her.
Over the top and in the middle. And a misconnect, to put it mildly.
Well, and especially when you try to run something super fast, and if the hitter isn't on their exact right step, that's what you see.
That time, Franklin brings it back in beautifully. Tori Dixon waiting on that block. Settling down. Unspoken communication between Poulter and Dixon.
Well, they just have that connection. She goes, and Tori Dixon is always up, always available. You know where she's going to be, and she's always going to do a good job putting herself in a position to score.
Kaboom goes Sarah Franklin. Madison, the first team to 12, and we will take our media time out. Both teams trading blows. Madison, however, 4 blocks to Salt Lake's 1. Salt Lake, though, bringing the style, and the puppies. Puppies make everything better. Look at them. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us next week, April 10th, 11th, and 13th at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. What's not to love about puppies? How about this? Love Salt Lake teamed up with the Best Friends Animal Society here in Salt Lake City. Their leading animal welfare organization working to end the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters and make the country no-kill in 2025. Come on! Look at these dogs. Salima, you and I were out there putting these puppies.
They are so cute,
They
so
fit
sweet.
in the carry-on. I'll foster one. Can we take it?
Yep.
Carlini back to Annie Drew Schumacher. Tori Dixon gets a good piece of it. Had two players going for it, both Ronnie Johns-Perry and Skylar Fields.
Well, in Madison right now, doing a really nice job moving the ball around and not relying on Annie Drew Schumacher. She has 0 kills right now. It is the other players that are helping her along, putting the ball on the floor.
And following along, that's the other thing that Skylar Fields says she's working on. She goes, defensively, she goes, I'm doing okay attacking-wise, making the adjustment from the outside to the right. She's like, but defensively, I gotta go pick up the tip. I got people hitting at me.
There's a lot going on when you play all the way around.
Slowed by the block again. And that's a beautiful high hand. She just kicks the fingertips.
Really nice shot. She sees the defense and the block and works those hands, turns it down the line too, high and flat down the line.
Uh-oh. Lunch for Serena Gray.
Always starts with this tough serve, and Tori Dixon not even quite facing where she's serving that ball. She was on the left side of the court, a little look away in that seam between Yaniska and Franklin.
Dixon going on the money to Franklin. Oh, and a crack. You can't leave a hole in the block for Sarah Franklin.
No, you cannot, because she is going to find it and she is going to crush it. Ball's coming straight down the line here again. It's Jones-Perry. Drews steps in.
Woo, what a block. That's a brick wall.
That is a wall, and Jones-Perry pinched in all the way in the middle of the court, not even looking on the right side of the court, waiting for it, stepping in, getting a huge block.
Salt Lake leading 15-14. Got it. It's up. And the fans here love it. Woo, power tip, and Salt Lake saying, is it a power tip or is it a throw?
Everyone wants to call. Annie Drew Schumacher smiling a little bit. She understands what they're saying.
Official Danny Cespedes not gonna give it to him. Nope. Anna Hall serving. Salt Lake stacked left a little bit. They go after Ronnie Jones-Perry and get the result they want.
See if they make any adjustments. See if she just squeezed just a little bit tighter over there.
Fields just gets up so high over the block. Skylar Fields living up to the first part of her name, skying up high. It's still good. Oh, these rallies are going to be long. Long rally coming in. The competitiveness of this league.
Well, it has been incredible. That is the perfect example of that. You look at the competitive balance compared to the other leagues around the world. 3 sets, 25%, but 4 or 5 sets. 75% of the matches going 4 or 5 sets in this league. That just shows the parity and the competitive nature of Love Volleyball.
Yeah, and those aren't just 2 leagues around the world. Those are the top 2 leagues, and League One Volleyball catching right up to them. You know, I had a weekend last week, and all 3 matches went 5 sets. You gotta buckle in here. This has been really close. Fans love Manami Kojima here. Libero out of Japan, pure sunshine. They're keeping the heat on Ronnie Jones-Perry. Yanitska uses the block to her advantage.
And taking advantage of that huge block. When you've got a big block in front of you, that's what you have to do. Can I get this ball to go out of bounds? Yanitska, such a pro.
Salt Lake taking a timeout.
Still have a little space. Go, go completely when you try the high ball with Jeniska. You close completely.
Hey, in general, attackers, slow to fast, and run your route hard. I see hard speed, I see late, I see early. Okay, get on your route, pull it hard, we have some opportunity to kill. Okay, where's my
I hear Tamamiya Shiro, Bruno Chateau, the assistant coach, talking to Skylar Fields about defending Yanitska.
Wow, and it's important that she lines up right. They talked about he was in charge of the block defense, so he's going to be talking to the blockers about where they're attacking the ball.
Largest lead of this set, can you believe that? 2 points.
That's
It's what we're
crazy.
talking about. The parity of this league is unparalleled throughout the world. That's what that graphic was showing you with Turkey and Italy.
Well, and it's just so much fun to watch. Anybody you talk to when they're watching this league, they're like, it's crazy. Like, the level is insane. Live or on TV, you can see it, how good all of these players are.
Yeah, I mean, look at the rallies we've had in the defensive moves. Yanitska, no touch, it's wide. And I trust you're gonna have your hands up if that comes.
I'm ready.
Those massive hands of yours.
I will save everyone. Me, you, people behind
But
us.
don't worry about yourself or the people, just me. Serena Gray serving, locked at 18. Good timeout for Tamamiya Shiro. Consecutive points to close the gap. Oh, yes. Do not put that ball near a Brazilian. She's a footy. Corey Dixon finishes it. Madison using all parts of their body.
They're just popping it up, keeping it alive, but it's really Salt Lake forcing Madison to do that, serving super tough, making all of these out-of-system plays, crazy plays by Madison, keeping it alive.
I mean, that's how the internationals warm up. A lot of times.
Absolutely.
Volleyball fans, for your safety, if there is an emergency, we want you to identify the nearest exit to the building.
Middle serving back there, so there's no one to dig the seat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're going to step that way. That's okay. I like my seat.
Yeah, she can hit a little bit more
If
range.
it's a little bit out of the system, are you automatically do a D or do you keep it a C?
That one will be a D.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's simple, I see.
Okay, let's go Annie here if it's out. Okay.
Matt Ferberner could not say enough nice things to us about the way that Carlini's game has evolved during this season.
Well, you know, it's as a setter, you know this, it's hard when you're not scoring. And then as a setter, you just try so hard to do so much. Once you're finding that rhythm, you can just play your game. And that's what we've been seeing is Lauren Carlini just playing her game.
Missed connection there, missed opportunity. That ball a little low for Drew Schumacher. Bia blocking.
Again, Madison, a little bit of an edge right now. And the blocking side against Salt Lake, they've been lining up nicely against all of their attackers, getting good touches, but more importantly, some stuff blocks against Danny Drews on the outside.
Sarah Franklin back up front. Skylar Fields gives it a good rip, but a great dig by Drew Schumacher. All of a sudden, South Lake is starting to really be aggressive.
They're finding a rhythm, no miscommunications, misconnects like we're seeing a little bit on the other side of the court. And they are thumping balls, creating more opportunities to come back.
And a double substitution for Salt Lake. And this is what we were talking about when you said playing chess, moving people around. Tamaki Matsui out of Japan will be setting now, and Heidi Casanova from Cuba is up front. A big, aggressive block. We talk so much about the American Olympians. The internationals here, also Olympians. I mean, Bia Correa serving, played in the Olympics for Brazil. They're the best of the best.
The best of the best, and coming to the United States, and how so many of them feel so lucky that there is not just the players from America playing here, and now they have an opportunity to do it. It's been such a joy for all of them to come here and play in this league.
Speaking of internationals, Denisa Markovic from Serbia is in to serve, not to set necessarily. She is a setter, but Carlini is in up front.
Okay, I'm still trying to see which side is louder.
There is just a little bit of a hesitation as Danis Cespedes is checking something out.
I see Matt Furringer talking about now looking at the attackers, talking to the blockers, where everyone's gonna go.
This win streak for Madison started February 28th. It was a long, cold January, February for them, but boy, with March came spring flowers for them. Matsui goes to Dixon.
Dixon is on fire. Why not keep setting her? She's finding that space right between the block. It's fast, it's quick, and she's finding it every single time on that 31, that long set from the setter.
Franklin, as always, receiving the pass. And she's kind of gotten into a rhythm. Sometimes when people are passing well, they're hitting well.
Absolutely, and she likes to pass and attack. She enjoys that rhythm of it, even though she gets a ton of them and she doesn't always get set. It's very comfortable for her.
Meanwhile, Salt Lake spending a lot of time out of system. There's the power of Casanova. Whoa, Ronnie Jones-Perry sits in it. It's up, it's good. Well, we know what Drew Schumacher was going for.
Looking for that deep line tip, just couldn't quite get a hold of it.
I'll tell you what though, Ronnie Jones-Perry got a hold of that dig.
Yeah, she did.
Janitska. Casanova unloads.
Want to talk about a heavy arm. Man, I wouldn't want to get in the way of that ball. There is so much heat. She's going to hurt somebody out there.
I don't even want to irritate her at all. Madison takes a timeout. Salt Lake up by 2. Take a look of the power that is Heidi Casanova.
She comes in, sees the opening on the inside of the block, hits it right underneath Hall. Can't even react fast enough to make a play on that ball.
Be stopped on defense, lots of opportunities. When you get a chance to set a ball, take our time, we have time. Come in, slow down rather than speed up. Okay, go. Work.
Madison's struggling a little bit, and we're not seeing Annie Drew Schumacher the way that we thought we might.
Well, I think what Salt Lake has done a good job. They've put the block in the right spot, and then they're playing lights out defense, especially in the right back. I saw Fields with some, Poulter with some, and when she's hitting down the line. So doing a nice job taking the edge off.
Wow. Danny Drews could have got that if she wanted to kind of kill some people. But she's a sweet person.
And Annie Drews Schumacher, she's done getting dug. I mean, now she's just unloading on the ball.
Still down by 1. Franklin serving. Pinpoint. Good pass by Ronnie Jones-Perry. That's an important block. Very important block.
A very important one, like you said, hitting high hands. So two different types of players. Fields can go over the top of the block. Casanova's gonna go off of it, around it, thump through it, right? Fields is that much higher. Very different players, different ways to defend.
Yeah, and Haiti Casanova can just break your hands. But this was Janitska, you know, who is not at all the size that Haiti Casanova is. She doesn't block that ball, and it's set point Salt Lake.
Changes everything.
Here. Don't go in the corner, you stay here.
Sometimes less is more. That's all he needed to say. He had a lot to say during practice today.
Oh, he sure did. A lot of smack talking today in practice.
Yeah, they worked on blocking, and he was Bruno Chateau. I mean, I respect it because my mouth was my strongest skill, but...
Yeah, but he was putting on a clinic, a blocking clinic, and he knew it.
Yeah, and he was talking about it. Uh-oh. Danny Drews stepped in to help, but Ronnie said, nope, I got this. And now, how it has changed. Madison, 3-point run with the lead. Set point, Madison. Janiska, Drews Schumacher, and Hall up front. Oh, Haiti Casanova is not having it.
An exclamation point at the end of that play. I mean, you can count on that. She is gonna hit it hard every time.
Haiti Casanova and Skylar Fields have a great relationship. I was watching them. So Haiti's out right now. Skylar's back in. And let me tell you something about Skylar Fields. She gets this ball, she's going to try to destroy it.
Absolutely.
Serena Gray, Ronnie Jones-Perry up front. Janitska, deep corner.
Deep corner is the place to go. If you can hit flat, deep, over the top and deep into that corner, obviously there's no defenders, but keeping that speed to Janitska is the key to her success right now.
Set point number 2 for Madison. Trouble, and Kojima slipped. Drews Schumacher to finish, and housed by Skylar Fields. Who do you set here, Salima?
Right side. Oh! That's a tough missed opportunity.
Madison wins set number 1 on a Salt Lake error. It's what we've talked about all season. When we come back, we're going to dissect what the differences between these two championship setters, Olympians and professionals. I'll look back at plays earlier in the season and we can identify what's different between these setters.
Well, Lauren Carlini, she loves to fling the ball around, go off of one foot. She'll twist and turn as she's setting the ball. You're gonna see a lot of that with her. That was how she's trained. That's what makes her so great. And on the other side of the net, it's Jordan Poulter, usually going off of 2 feet, getting tall and big, a little bit more rhythm with 2 feet from Poulter. Very different styles, but both Olympians, both 2 of the best setters in the world. So it's really cool how you can have such different styles.
And take a look tonight, it's playing out exactly like that.
When we talked about that one set that with her hands, you watch Lauren Carlini, she's off 1 foot, she's moving it around, and Poulter, again, the same thing, finding that rhythm off of 2 feet, staying as big as she can, and very different ways of holding the block. Carlini's hard to read because she's gonna fling it. You don't really know where it's gonna go. Poulter always looks the same. That's what's really hard when a middle blocker is looking at Jordan Poulter. Up and down, 2 feet, balance the same, hard to read her.
In your mind, is one better than the other?
No, I don't think so. And you're gonna see both of them do a little bit of each, but this is kind of what they mostly do. You train them both, and I think everyone has a different way of setting, and there's a lot of different ways to do it.
Franklin. And it looks like Madison spun the dial a bit this time.
Madison gets that first point. Lauren Carlini serves.
What does Salt Lake need to do better in this set?
Well, you know, I think a couple of times they missed some opportunities. They weren't hitting around the block early on. They need to avoid the block. Because Madison hasn't been known for their blocking, but they really did a nice job in that first set, blocking balls.
Yeah, they very definitely did with 5 blocks in the first set. Over the last 6 games, they have up to like 2.63 blocks per set, and that's a big number.
Yeah, yes, so that's huge for them. So Salt Lake moving it around just like Ronnie Jones Perry did, dropping inside a little bit, finding their way around it.
This is the long run for Drews. Off the block and out. I think every opposite's kind of happy to get out of that rotation.
Oh, for sure. You don't want to run that far. There's so much going on.
Not when you're 32 or however old
No.
Annie is.
Just somebody missed their serve, please.
Yeah, or a good block will do it.
That'll do it.
Over, but out. We're having trouble getting Annie Drews Schumacher going in the way that we're used to seeing her going. It's only her 2nd kill. 1 kill in the first set.
And they've done a phenomenal job of slowing her down, forcing her to hit out into the block around it. Oh.
It all started with Manami Kojima slowing it down.
It always does. Kojima making things happen. She gets lost there in the back row. We're just watching the hitters, and she is keeping everything off the floor, keeping everything alive.
It's getting Serena Gray consistently not where she needs it.
Yeah, I mean, they're working on getting it high enough, finding it their way through the block. She is a physical player that can play super high. You know, you look at the balls that Tori Dixon was hitting, it was kind of just over top of the net. She's just popping on top of it. Serena needs that a lot higher, see if they can find that for her.
Jordan Poulter comes in thinking she's doing something good, and there are defenders around her.
Trying to make a play underneath the block.
How important is it right now for Poulter to maintain her composure? I don't want to put anything in her, but I know she's unhappy with that set and then that defense.
No, absolutely, because the setter kind of gives that vibe. It's like the quarterback. They run it, and everyone knows that it's going to be okay when the setter is good.
And that time, she went back, fixed the set. To your point, it was higher.
Much higher. Gray can go from top of the block, around the block. You get her high enough, she can make some good things happen.
Poulter in Tama Miyashiro having a little chat on the sideline, remembering that Tama Miyashiro was a longtime assistant for the Women's National Olympic team. Oh my goodness! Crushing. Uh-oh, Fields getting up a little slowly.
So many good things out of that play. The one-hand set by Carlini to Bea. Bea crushing this. Kojima, come on, everything was so good. And of course, Fields laying out, trying to keep that ball alive. Wow.
Ace serve, they'll take it.
But Annie Drews Schumacher, finding ways to score points. Excellent server. See if they can keep it going. She has the ability to go on some runs here.
Yeah, she's done some good stuff. 5 digs, had touches off of 3 blocks, and 2 ace serves consecutively. Well, that'll do it.
Well, and especially when one part of your game isn't going as you want right now, that's offense for her. Can you do other things? Can you find other ways to score? And that's exactly what she's doing right now.
On the other side, we talked about Janitska. She has 7 points already, leading the way a bit. Still struggling with that connection with Gray. Gray and Fields shut it down.
And you saw that block. They did a much better job going low into that seam. Both blockers reaching into the seam. Watch this here. Dropping in. Left hand of Fields, right hand of Gray. Really nice block setup. And that was something that Bruna had talked to Fields about in one of the timeouts.
Oh, that's what's hurting Madison the most. Those uncharacteristic communication errors.
They've had quite a few of them. I mean, they really have.
Seven serving 6. And Medved is struggling.
She is. I mean, Serena Gray is putting some serious pressure from the service line on all the passers, but really stressing Medved right now and Chausset.
Gray, 3rd serve. Got points off the first 2.
And you'll take that. You will take those 2 points for 1 error.
As Janitska goes back to serve and play great defense, Sarah Franklin comes in up front. We have seen her power. Ball is no good. Sarah Franklin has 5 kills today. Janitska with 7.
One, I like this rotation they're doing with Franklin and Chausset. That gives a little bit of a break for Franklin. Then she can come in, pass a few balls, thump a few balls. I really like how he's using these substitutions right now.
Double substitution for Salt Lake. It's again Matsui to set and Casanova to strike terror into the front court. If you give it to Carlini, it's going to get done.
And she has such good vision and feel around the net, too, where to attack the ball on a tight pass.
Perfect pass. Not a great connection on that set for Casanova. Oh! Everybody's got to slow it down right now. Franklin loves a sharp angle, and Drews was sitting in it. Ball's down. The maturity of Sarah Franklin.
Moving it around, changing up her shots, not just blasting every single ball. She knows, hey, you find the floor, you find the floor. It's a point.
Through the block by Danny Drews. Kind of ripped open the seam.
Yeah, found it, ripped it open.
Fans love Danny Drews here in Salt Lake. She played her collegiate volleyball for Beth Lanier and the University of Utah. Down the line, but you got Kojima. And then Casanova.
Transition game so good. Again, the block in the right spot, the defense flying up the line. Look at this, 2 hands and the height. Enough time to get underneath it.
Right, like it was the height and it was right into Matsui's hands. They're congratulating her and Kojima's like, yeah, that's what I do. Woo, head hunting. Lauren Carlini thinks it caught some of Danny Drew's head. Danny Cespedes is not entertaining the question. Let's see. They're saying it hit Danny Drew's hair, which is not a violation. Let's sit to break while they talk it over. Salt Lake with a 3-point lead.
And let's take a moment to recognize all of our incredible groups in attendance tonight. When I say your group, make sure you make it.
I was pretty set on retiring. I'm ready for new things in life, or so I thought. As this league started gaining more traction, it was just hard to look the other way at. This sport has given me so much. I think if we can get our very best to continue laying bricks, that's the best way we're going to see this thing take off.
Annie Drew Schumacher, what a turnaround. She got herself healthy and did a lot of work to keep her shoulder able to carry this load.
It's been incredible to see her come back when she was at about 70% halfway through the season. Now she is healthy. Look at these numbers, 35 kills in the first 7 matches, 150 in the last 7. Like, that is crazy.
That is crazy, hitting 359 in these last 7. As Franklin goes over the top. You know, on this 6-match win streak that Madison has had, she's had 20 or more kills in all of them except one. She had 19. That's points, I should say, points.
It's just unbelievable how she has been playing. And now, tonight, you know, you look at how they're working on scoring, but she's scoring from other positions. She's blocking balls. She's getting aces right now, but still trying to find her way offensively tonight.
Yep. But she is getting what she needs from Yanitska, from Sarah Franklin on the other pins, and that's why we highlighted them early.
Well, and that's a really good lesson. You can't just do it all by yourself. You can be a huge piece of the puzzle, a huge one, but you can't do it by yourself.
Serena Gray reached over before ball's over, and Danny Cespedes didn't even look at her. He's like, you know what you did.
And she's shaking her head, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, I know what I did.
She tried to argue it for half a second. He was like, I'm not even going to deal with you.
And watch, the ball does not cross the plane. She goes over.
That's dangerous for
yeah,
a lady.
Very dangerous.
There's one of the best defensive setters in the world, Carlini. Underneath, and almost underneath.
Really nice shot by Yaniska down the line. But Lauren Carlini, I mean, it's just silly. Her vision, we talked to Matt Furbringer about what makes her so special. He said it's her vision. She sees the game better than anyone. To be able to track the ball coming at her defensively.
Back to Serena Gray again. I mean, Carlini, I talked to her early in the season about her love for defense. She's obsessed with it. And it's about ruining somebody's plans, you know?
It is, it really is. And it's the ability to play every single part of the game. Like, you're not just setting and then there's a long rally. That's what Matt Furbringer said. She doesn't take plays off, ever. Never takes a play off. And that shows up in her defense.
The speed to Yaniska, she's got her dialed in just right. Salt Lake has been leading this entire set, but it's been close like this the whole time.
Well, Madison finds ways to score, finds the right hitters. That's what Lauren Carlini is doing right now. Who's hot right now?
All serving. Amy Drew's been passing so well. And they are really trying to work that Serena Gray connection.
And I like it. You know, make it work, find it. You know, and remember, these teams are still looking forward to, they want to continue to get better. We need to try different things. We need to work on things during the course of these matches so we can continue to get better. They're all still trying to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that Salt Lake has on the line. We talked about Madison has to win 2 to get that second seed. Salt Lake not only has the role of spoiler, but they also could get the 3rd seed if things go well here, and that means they'll be playing an Omaha team that's been struggling with injuries lately. Fields got the antenna.
Just clipped the antenna on the outside. It was a nice high set. Just tried to go down the line with that ball.
2 aces already tonight for Annie Drew Schumacher. Kojima nails it. That left hand. Whoa, pinball.
And we all thought that play was over.
Everybody except one person.
Exactly, Danny. Yep. Here's that play, the left hand of Bea, taking away that angle. Bing. She's still hopping, still
And Bea's
playing.
like, what do you want me to do? Low ball goes back to Bea. There's a lot packed into that message.
Without question, you know you've got a player, stuffs the ball, gets burned on one, you want to get that ball back to her, and she's gonna make you pay. She's like, all right, you got me the last time, definitely set me so I can make this point.
Yaniska serve, Sarah Franklin is up front for Madison. What a beautiful set from Poulter. Oh! Drew's punishing the ball.
Found it, found that area right outside the block and crushed it. Furbringer was saying how hard she can hit this ball, and she can just hit it harder and harder.
I check the floor for a dent. Brought back.
That was a nice save by Jolene Poulter.
Some veterans right there, right? Absolutely. Brings it back like that, and Tori's like, how about we just kind of
still up, still alive. Yep. Ball's still in play.
Tie score. Madison with a chance to take their first lead of this set, and they do. Bea Correa has been active as of late. A lot of the middles, we're seeing middles on both sides very involved. Does that mean they're not serving tough enough?
Not necessarily. It could be a combination. Good passing, you know. Sometimes you find a groove.
That means they're not serving tough enough. The passing's good, come on.
Not necessarily. You can really dial it in. You can be a really good passer and pass some really tough serves.
Look at this, locked at 18. No go. Carlini back to serve. Manami Kojima is gonna take a lot of court, give Ronnie Jones-Perry just a little sliver. Danny Drews has a lot of space. Carlini still going for it, just as we suspected. Kojima's got it, so that Ronnie Jones-Perry can go to work, and she does.
That is an incredible swing off the high hands. She just looks like she is in peak form. She has been playing so well. Ronnie Jones-Perry taking care of the ball at the net. And look at this swing, a big step close, knows that she wants to go high and deep into the court.
Franklin. The harder they hit, the harder they fall. What a block.
Jordan Poulter making a big block move. See if they go back to her.
She's got a game face on right now,
Yeah.
Poulter does. Not playing around. Will they go back to her again? Yes. And this time the block doesn't get there. Smiles from Franklin. Thank you, that's better.
I love it. That's exactly what I would have done, gone right back to her, because you don't see her get stuffed straight down a lot. She might hit out, she might, keep the ball in play, because she thunders it. Getting blocked straight down, you want that ball again.
Yeah, hitting 312 today. A nice dig by by Lauren Carlini, I should say. Here's a free ball. Off of one block.
Well, and that's what setting the middle over and over again does. It's a free ball. Now the middle blocker has to hold on Serena Gray. You get that one-on-one opportunity on the outside.
Remember that Salt Lake led late in set number 1, 23-21. And here's consecutive ones, and we'll see. Oh no, it did get a touch according to Denny Cespedes. And Tama Miyashiro is saying, not so fast.
So I'm not sure if you called it at the net or on the defender. He might be clarifying that right now.
Okay, let's take a look at Salt Lake's challenge.
Coach is challenging ball in or ball out.
Let's take a look and see what we see.
Should be able to see it pretty clearly.
Review shows the ball in.
Yeah.
Point Madison.
Ball hits the line.
Yeah, is that, I'm watching Denny Cespedes saying, is that what we were to challenge, or were we to challenge a touch? But I guess they did want in out, and so we play on 21 apiece. A serve out of the break by Hall.
Hall has such a tough serve. It always just goes straight over top of the net.
Tama Miyashiro and Salt Lake call a timeout.
Which way are you going to take it?
Hey, we're ready for, you guys are ready for the tennis. Okay, let's go.
These are the ABC and ESPN Week 2 United Football League matchup. Saturday night, the DC Defenders host the Memphis Showboats at 8 Eastern, and then Sunday, Houston Roughnecks take on the Arlington Renegades at noon Eastern. Both games are also on ESPN+. The guy's all bundled up with his Utah hat like he's at an outdoor football game.
One of the things they talked about in that timeout was watching the tape balls, because she serves it so flat. Talked about, hey, middles, get ready for the tape balls.
What a pass. If you don't seal it, you're going to pay for it.
Snuck that one through. Gray was almost there, just not quite finished making that move when Drew Schumacher got on that ball.
Love Salt Lake fans, let me hear ya. Now's the time.
3 consecutive points by Madison. Skylar Fields tests the block, and it's solid.
Drew Schumacher in a perfect position to stuff that ball.
And that's what we're talking about, her contributions. It's not just kills by any means. Salt Lake takes their final timeout.
Thank you. Hey, ladies, attackers especially, okay? We're running them out right now. But remember, like, we know they're gonna help. So you have this half. Oh, this really bit. You have some edges, guys. Okay? Yes, they're gonna be on the quick, especially during that class. But you have some good opportunities to just explore more and just attack. More offense. Okay, keep that first up. Let's go! Go! Go, ladies!
Love Salt Lake. We have a lot of Utah players. Can you make some noise for Ronnie Jones Perry?
Can they ice the server? That's what that was about. It is Madison's set point, Anna Hall, her 4th serve. Kojima handles it like a pro. It's got to be put away. Fields gets it done. Salt Lake still alive.
It's a nice set, keeping her just a little bit off the net, but high enough to go over top and deep.
Madison, set point number 2. Ronnie Jones Perry, big serve. Kojima has it up. It's got to go back, and it does. A little bit out of position, had to make that work. Unitska into the center. Tough ball for Fields. Tough ball coming over her shoulder like that, and Madison takes set 2. They lead this match 2-0. Salima, Salt Lake, what's plan number 1?
Plan number one.
Priority number 1.
Priority number 1, just to settle down. When they are able to pass and get the middles going, I mean, that's when we see everything had opened up for Salt Lake. That is the key to what they have been doing. They've got to do it again. Keep hitting the ball around, but stay patient with Madison. They're playing really well right now, and they just have to get their composure and figure out ways to finish the match.
Manami Kojima, the star libero for Salt Lake, is from a region in Japan known for its beauty. It's also the hometown of the two-time Olympic gold medalist Yuzu Hanyu. And before serve, this is my favorite, Kojima looking across her hands. We'll see that, and again, in a moment. She was best libero of VNL 2024. Let's take a look at her, and you'll start seeing it with these hands. She tells herself, I can do it, I can do it.
Well, it's just so impressive and how she plays the game, and it's not just how hard she goes, it's really the quality of her touches. She keeps the ball high enough for the setter to always get underneath it and set it. That's the difference with just playing the ball and really being elite and creating an offense with your defensive touches like Kojima does.
She's so much fun, Manami Kojima, always smiling. Just a great disposition always. I talked to her a little bit before this match, and I was ready to, like, you know, be very basic with my English because I had talked to her earlier in the season. She's improved a bunch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, got a piece of it.
She was in the right spot. Yaniska saw, shaded down the line, knowing she was going to tool high hands. There's still a little too much heat.
Salt Lake has to manufacture a reverse sweep. When these two teams squared off before, it was a 5-set win for Madison, and Kojima had 28 digs. A little bit of a lineup change for Salt Lake.
Well, Haley Washington in and starting off serving. She's got one of the best serves, so she came in right away. We'll see as this rotates around how that works with their offense.
Yeah, and starting Haiti Casanova as well instead of Skylar Fields. Casanova backcourt. Just not looking smooth on Madison's side. Can they take advantage? And they do. And this is exactly what you talked about at the beginning. Tama Miyashiro using all kinds of pieces. Washington available, but how much do you want to use it right now?
Right, well, that's the thing when you're looking ahead and you want to win next weekend. So they're going to use her sparingly, but hey, if they need her to win, you want to put her in. They still want to win matches. So it's a balance, right? As a coach, you want to find ways not to overuse somebody, but to play them.
Yeah, and they do play again tomorrow, Salt Lake does. Both these teams do. And Hawks, that flat serve you were telling us about. Set from Kojima. Chassé, that's why she's in the backcourt getting that defense, a perfect dig. Larson wanted her to go the other way. Kojima said, no, I'm going to Casanova. Ronnie Jones, Perry rips it.
She's really been doing a nice job finding space around the block, hitting inside the block, off the hands with a ton of power.
Fans are chanting RJP, RJP for Ronnie Jones Perry. Yeah, she can let it fly at this point. Haiti Casanova, heavy roof, extended awning. Just put her in a phone booth.
Love it. Completely surrounded the ball. It was a tight bump set, trying to make something happen. But that's a hard one to get around that block.
There's the heat of Ronnie Jones Perry. Look how excited Danny Drews is. It's a big deal.
It's a really big deal. I mean, Annie Drews Schumacher is one of the best opposites in the world. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal when you can block her.
Yeah, and especially because of the tear she's been on. That was obviously a huge priority for Salt Lake to try to quiet her.
set.
Right?
That set was perfect. Janitska bump setting that ball from way off in our laps, basically, perfectly to Annie Drew Schumacher.
Back to Casanova. That was huge by Casanova.
It just comes off her hand so hard, so fast.
Sounds like she clubs it. Haley Washington is up front in the middle for Salt Lake. This is the first action she has not only seen today, but in several matches. She's been struggling with a knee injury. Again, through the block. Just the presence of Washington spices things up.
It makes everything happen. Everyone gets a little happier. Things get a little squirrelier. You never know what's going to happen when Haley Washington steps on the court.
Madison takes a timeout.
Hey, no worries. Keep working through it here, guys.
Hey, so Casanova's being smart. She's hitting smart.
Yep.
She's hitting sharp. So we got to dig this line. Dig that, and she's kind of tooling our line block, hitting high on the way down. So let's kind of just be on there. If you want to reach out every once in a while, you can. Little block, just thinking about stopping maybe a little bit shorter. But I think we can dig this ball too when it comes that way. Okay, Lauren's coming out to dig that ball. Okay, so Meets, you got to be ready for a little more kick.
Step away for break.
A little bit more. Okay, hey, besides that, there's 3 balls.
Going to break right now as Salt Lake with a 4-point lead in set number 3. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. Trouble pass. Trouble set. Good move by Janitska, but trouble all around. But the block is big. It's up by Dixon. Salt Lake outlasts Madison.
Scrapping and keeping the ball alive, not letting it fall. Bea wants the ball again.
Yes, she does. Beautiful. Salt Lake doubling up Madison in this must-win set. Substitution coming in for Madison as Franklin goes to the front court and Chaussee out Matt Verbringer spent all of that time out talking to Sarah Franklin.
And mostly about where she can tip the ball when she has to. It's where they're playing defense, where they're coming up on defense.
That's a heck of a big block, Bia.
She's not happy. She thought maybe there was a touch on that last play beforehand. She wanted to make up for that ball that she hit out of bounds.
Bia's not happy, nobody's happy. Because she'll take it out on you. Haley Washington first swing of this set, match. And I think that's what they talked about a little bit too, was that line. I'm not sure, but Denny Cespedes is saying it was in, and Matt Verbringer still wants to challenge it.
So we'll take a look and see. We're positive. Oh yeah, that's way in. Well, that's a hard one, and it goes by the defender, and then it's behind you. You don't really know.
Yeah, Cespedes is a very skilled official, big-time veteran, and it's right in front of him.
Yes.
So one challenge remaining for Matt Verbringer in this set. Whoa! That knocked Medved right off the court. Attacking the hands. It's a nice hit, but you got Casanova off the back line.
That's the best part of the whole thing. She ripped this serve and almost knocked, it did knock Medved back. Unbelievable heat coming off that hand.
I would have liked to have seen that serve again.
Me too. Me too.
Kojima! It's not over till Kojima says it's over. Or until Andy does.
And just when you think the ball's down and going into the crowd, Kojima keeps it alive. This is why she was the defensive player of the week last week.
And a fan favorite, Bia serve. How about it, Haley Washington? First kill of the match, and she fires the fans up.
Gets that ball on the side of it. We're talking a little bit about the connection there, how they want to run it.
I don't anticipate them running her a bunch, right? But when she does, it's like just an injection of adrenaline for this team. Teammates.
Carly went high up. I think maybe the thing is she has the ability to set from up there. She doesn't dump a ton. So if you're not ready for it, she's gonna score.
Madison making a push. They're within two. There's the connection you just saw Washington and Poulter talking about. Oh! Ronnie Jones-Perry has found her power.
And I just love how she's seeing inside and kind of underneath the block. The left hand of Hall doesn't drop into that angle. Perry sees it, takes advantage of it over and over again.
Ronnie Jones-Perry spent her collegiate ball at BYU, and she was telling me it's been so special to play here because her family would be like, oh, you played, you had a game, they'd hear about it. She goes, but now they can come, see it. They really understand what I'm doing. It's hard when you're overseas.
It's really hard when you're overseas, and they kind of get a sense of it, but to see you play pro live is so special.
Did you play overseas?
I did for a little bit.
Didn't love it, okay. Ronnie Jones-Perry, big swing after big swing. Feed her.
Well, and another different type of swing is how she's seeing the block, how she's taking advantage of it.
There you go, the fans. They believe in you. You got this, Salt Lake. Casanova is up front right now. Straight down. In a zone is Ronnie Jones-Perry.
What a nice block move. Super strong with that left hand, left arm, taking away that line.
Fans appreciating and imitating that block. Unitska behind, maybe gets a little bit of help from Danny Drews. Fans exploding with every Salt Lake touch of the ball. Tori Dixon.
Once again, it's Kojima making the plays. Danny Drews makes the touch, but it's not over, like you said. Kojima dives in, keeps it going, keeps everything alive.
Let me know when Kojima digs something that's inside the court.
Right.
Right now, we need a pedometer on her.
We absolutely do.
I want to know.
Talk about getting your steps in.
I know, I want to give her an aura ring. Okay, see, she's doing the hand motion here, saying, I can do this, I can do this. And we want to whisper, we know you can.
Yes, we've seen it.
Unstoppable. Forget about it at this point with Ronnie Jones-Perry. Just said it.
The hot hand right now. We talked about that from the beginning and how much better she has been playing in this half of the season and really, really turning it on.
When she's hitting like that, that can mean trouble from the service line. Let's see. Yeah. That is a powerful serve. And the block continuing.
We talked about how important it was to take the edge off of Drews. It is where they are lining up. So Dixon gets this block, but Danny Drews lines up perfectly on Annie Drews Schumacher to take away the swing.
Salt Lake has 6 block points in the third set alone.
Yeah.
Wow. Substitution for Madison is they've got Wakolu in.
That's just too much. That is just too much heat. Medved doesn't even make a play on it.
I meant to say Tammy Tyler's Ilara. And now another, forgive the mistake, now Marina Hayden from UNLV is coming in. So now it's Matt Ferberger who's playing chess, just trying to break this rhythm. There's a break. And it continues with substitutions for Salt Lake's side as Claire Hoffman enters. We talked about all the weapons that Salt Lake has. Claire Hoffman, very good passer, very good server and attacker. Played her collegiate ball at Washington. Thomas Ilara. What's been the flip of the switch for Salt Lake?
I think it always starts with Poulter. I think she comes in with that focus, that drive, gets her team to rally around her. And of course, Haley Washington coming in and giving a little bit of a spark, right?
I'm telling you, I thought the same thing. Just having her on there, and a block for Washington as well.
Because this is a totally different match right now.
Yeah, who dis, right?
Who dis? New phone, who dis?
8-point lead, and Madison is going to keep running through their bench again. They're going to have Denitsa Markovic serve as Carlini goes out.
Gives everyone a good chance to rest. He knows this is going at least 4. Give them an opportunity to regroup.
I mean, they're not passing the way they were either. Really nice swing by Hayden.
Really, that confidence is growing from Salt Lake, even from the service line, right? They're driving it harder. Everything is just more aggressive right now.
Yeah, and that's the difference, right? It is aggression. Unchecked aggression, really. I like the gutsy serve. Marina Hayden has been a serving sub for this team at times, but she's just steady all around. Passing for Unitska. So double sub again. Skylar Fields in, Matsui in for Salt Lake. They've also got Claire Hoffman, and of course, we've talked about Haley Washington.
really nice set and connection. Getting Bea going again. Talked about Bea, how she's really been very active when she's front row, hitting a ton of slides, getting some good block touches as well.
Yeah, 5 kills, 9 swings, 2 errors for Bea. I don't know, they're within 6, Madison is.
It's never completely out of reach. Never know.
But not Skylar Fields has anything to say about it. For Madison, this is very much a be where your feet are kind of match. We talked about it earlier. Not thinking about tomorrow, not thinking about the bye, because Salt Lake has just flipped on the lights. What a pass. Golly, there's a gorgeous pass from Hayden. Madison still down 6.
Making a push. They got a whole new lineup out there.
Marina Hedden has done a beautiful job. Up front right now, we have Sam Bothy in the middle. Temi Thomas-Ailara and Claire Chaussee, who's been playing in the backcourt. Oh!
That's just Fields going over the top of the block. I know you talked to her earlier about her jump touch.
Yeah, she can touch 10, 11.
Yeah, that's almost a foot above the basketball. Like, what are we doing? She's gonna go over the top.
That's why they call her Sky. Washington serve, pushing them back. Thomas-Ailara puts up a beautiful set. There's Thomas-Ailara, it's kept alive. Uh-oh. Madison gets away with that one.
Talking about how high Fields can touch. Look how high she is over the top of that block, just with ease.
Final timeout. Oh, excuse me, it's called timeout's called by Salt Lake.
Use code
Terrible, bro. Terrible.
Ronnie Jones-Perry has come alive
Both sides.
in set number 3.
Terrible.
Well, it's really been every shot in the book that she has been using, but I think it's her vision right now, her speed, that she's comfortable on the court, playing like the pro that she is, and really using the block, hitting around the block. Such a good level of play right now.
In this set, 5 kills and 5 digs for Ronnie Jones-Perry. Boy, we're seeing everybody involved. What's unique about this league, this level? You put in other people, the level doesn't drop.
It doesn't drop, it just keeps going. It's still really good volleyball.
Chaussee puts it in the hands. Markovic.
Taylor Sambothi, the spark herself.
That's a great serve. Sambothi does. Collegiately played at Ohio State. All right, Haiti Casanova. Defense is good. It'll come down to Haiti and the hot arm, and she shows a little tenderness.
Nice little shot by Casanova, chopping that ball down the line.
Second point, Ronnie Jones-Perry on the service line.
Ronnie Jones-Perry serving for the set. She can let it fly. Plenty of time. And she does. That's no big deal. You got to let it fly in that situation.
Absolutely. You have the points to do it. She's got the arm to go back and rip it.
Salt Lake, set point number 2. Poulter to Dixon. Maybe a missed opportunity because Haiti Casanova. Who's going to take a big swing? Temi Thomas-Ilara, that's who.
That's what you need. Need some heat coming from that side of the court.
Salt Lake, set point number 3. Service ace, and they roll on. How about this, 24-20.
The last time Tamamiya Shura, when she called a timeout, just surprised, but hey, you can't let off the gas. You got to keep pushing here.
Set point number 4 for Salt Lake. They go to Casanova. And Madison got a lot of fight. Second time out for Tamamiya Shura after this run.
Hey, energy up, energy up. We're good, we're good, we're good. Let's... No matter what, even the good on. Okay, run around hard. What do you got us on? Okay, we're gonna keep working. We got you. Hey, and then transition urgency. Turn it right now, guys. Let's talk! Talk to our hitters! Salt Lake! Hey, talk to each other mid-play!
Danny, close the line with
Talk to our hitters! Talk to our hitters! Talk to us!
Mary Lake, very loud on the bench for Salt Lake, talking to him. A lot of pressure on Temi Thomas-Ilara right now, by the way. She's been serving great. In is good.
Yes.
This is set point number 5. She keeps it going. Casanova on a perfect set. Finishes it, and we head to set 4. What stood out to you in that set from Salt Lake?
Well, they just found their rhythm. They found a joy. You could see that they were comfortable, and that changes everything. It's such a funny thing in volleyball. Momentum is a funny thing. They found it, and everything was working. The confidence rose, and they were able to score at such a high level against Madison.
We're going to 4. Madison has to win this in order to have a chance at the first round bye in the final. Salt Lake saying, our court, our time. They have come alive.
I feel like Salt Lake City is a physical team. You know, when they're on their game, they have, you know, a couple outside hitters that are going over the block. They have a couple, you know, middle blockers that are just, you know, world class. So for us, we, you know, it's like most games, we really got to be good in the serve and pass. And we got to work on extending rallies against them, because when they're finishing rallies with their block, I think they're a very tough team to beat. They have a libero that's just elite defensively, but we need to be patient in transition and opportunities that we get, and not try to feel like we need to end the rally, not get upset when they make some digs that maybe other teams aren't making, and just keep playing our game.
That's what Matt Verberner said earlier in the season. He literally could have said it after that set for how all things went.
Without question. Salt Lake with 7 blocks in that last set alone.
I mean, listening to him say when they finish with rallies with their blocks, and that's exactly what they've done. Looking at the lineup coming back, Debbie Thomas Ilara is in on the right side. Looking at Drews Schumacher. Seems to be on the bench just getting herself together. Maybe Thomas Ilara could be a little better. Oh, there you go again. Sambothi, connection.
Lauren Carlini making a nice play at the net on that tight ball. Getting Haley Washington to jump. Salt Lake just keeping everything alive, but can't finish this play.
And will the play of Ronnie Jones-Perry continue? She was it factor. Not the X factor, but it factor. She's a star.
Like I said, she just looks super comfortable right now. The rhythm is good, the connection is great.
Washington from the service line. You coached her when she was at Penn State. How tough is she?
Oh, she's one of the toughest kids. She's never gonna stop fighting, stop going hard, you know, and with a smile and with energy. All the things you want out of a player.
Wow, on all of it. Washington's dig, the dump, and then Carlini.
Change the pattern here a little bit and stack Sarah Franklin to the left side of the court.
Washington perfectly targets Franklin, and Franklin answers.
This is amazing how she attacks the ball. She's such a powerful attacker, sees the block well.
Yeah, 11 kills for Franklin. That play, I don't feel like would have happened in sets 1 and 2.
Right, I agree with you. It's just a different level of everything. And you watch Jones-Perry come straight up that line. As a middle back, you might want to shade on that, anticipating that ball hitting high, flat down the line.
What does shade mean?
Shade meaning going towards the line, not fully all the way down the line as middle back, but heading that way.
Jones-Perry affecting every aspect of the game. Blocking, passing, attacking, serving. Beautiful pass from Medved. Yes, she did. Danny Drews, assist from her knees.
How about it? All the things. Kojima with the touch, keeping it alive. An unbelievable touch. But how about Danny Drews? Yes, perfect set.
I could feel her being like, we better get this point. So
right.
It's a heck of a big block with Dixon and Casanova.
Well, and she's so good with her hands, just shaping her hands back into the court, even when she's a little bit late.
This is our first time out. Salt Lake leading 7-3. The exquisite Love Championship trophy has been on display via a whistle-stop tour throughout the country. It has been popular with fans of all ages. We've had the opportunity to pose with the sterling silver Tiffany trophy, which stands 21 inches and weighs a mighty 13 pounds. The winning team at the Love Finals will get to take home this beautiful piece of Tiffany hardware on April 13th. Isn't it beautiful? How much do we love that blue box? Salima, let's revisit the Adidas scouting report.
Well, we talked about how Salt Lake needed to take the edge off of Annie Drews Schumacher, and that's what they've done. She's done a really nice job in other areas of the game, but really they've helped slow her down. Madison, slow and steady. They've been comfortable with what they're doing, balanced. They have to continue to push forward. And Salt Lake moving it around. We see all the different pieces. They are absolutely playing that game of chess, and that's why they're back in this match.
Speaking of moving pieces around, Annie Drews Schumacher back in the game. And immediate energy from Madison. So Annie Drews Schumacher went out in the last set pretty early on. She did not play the rest of that set, did not start this one, but now we're seeing Matt Berger put Bia in, Drews Schumacher, Yanitska. We're back to almost the starters. Zambothi, beautiful serve. Zambothi moves everybody out of the way to set that ball. Wow. And there is a touch.
Zambothi wasn't just on the money. That was a pretty set.
It was gorgeous. No libero on the floor for Madison right now. A serve by Zambothi. This is what she's done every time she's been input into a match.
She's just such a competitor. She's gonna come in, she's always gonna be ready. She wants her number to be called so she can make a contribution and make something happen.
That one dies before the net. She'll go out, Medved comes in. But this front court, powerful for Madison. Bia in the middle. Yanitska on the left and Drews Schumacher on the right. Here's Ronnie Jones-Perry serving. Wow. Dug by Carlini. Salt Lake is playing perfect ball.
They really are. They're lining up perfectly on the block. They've been in great position. Here's that jump serve that just knocks you off your feet. Really a high level volleyball right now from Salt Lake.
Wow, another big serve, another big block. Can Drews Schumacher break the spell? They're gonna run for it. So here's the thing, Poulter could have gotten that ball, but she just came off a year-long knee issue, and there's all kinds of people over here.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of cameramen.
Now, why she had to yell at us, I don't know.
You know, she does that. That's
We're
what
friends,
she does.
right? Yeah. Drews Schumacher begging for it. They go to Yanitska.
Love that transition play by Carlini, getting it done.
Salt Lake stacked to the right, a lot of traffic there. Drews Schumacher serves into it. What a beautiful play by Yanitska. I don't know if the fans know how hard that particular one was. Tell us what was great about it.
Such a pro. It's a high set over your shoulder that you have to track the ball and see the block at the same time and understand where you can hit high and flat off of it. Incredible play by Yanitska.
Josephine, 2-set rule.
Good little run, 3-0 run by Madison to lock things up. They win this set, Madison. They're still in contention for a second seed and a first-round bye. That's big when you come to somebody like Andrew Schumacher hit so many balls. Meanwhile, Salt Lake playing for third seeding.
White Salt Lake, Tori Dixon serving for Salt Lake.
Tori Dixon has been lights out in the middle.
Tori Dixon serving. Haley Washington up front in the middle for Salt Lake. Uh-oh. Yeah, double contact going over the net anyway.
That's a rare error by Lauren Carlini.
Oh man, and Haley Washington can't resist talking about it. Bruce, just too wide.
You could see it. You could see that angle she was going for.
Which was pretty much at your head.
That was it.
I think we've seen so much action at the table. Like, we can do a highlight package of all the balls and people who have come our way today.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just being involved.
Being active. Let's just say I'm not looking down at my notes and I have no pen in my hands. I'm ready to defend. Able to stuff it. There was some importance to that one, the fact that she went down the line.
It's really important. They're changing her shots, going hard into the angle the first time, and then working on that line in the second shot.
Washington shut down by Correa, who goes to the other side of the court and nails Kojima in the chest.
Well, it's Lauren Carlini. She is just moving it around, getting blockers to jump, getting everybody one-on-one right now. That's the difference. That's the push right now on the side of Madison, is Lauren Carlini running her offense.
Bia from Brazil has played some incredible blocking, tacking. Back to Casanova, blasting through the block. There's a level of aggression to Salt Lake that was just missing in the first two sets.
It's just they're going after it every time, not tipping. We saw a ton of tips early, we saw some shots, but they're hitting hands. When they have those opportunities, they are taking them.
Franklin 10 feet off the net. Uh-oh. Back to Drew Schumacher. Ball was probably not in front of her enough.
She's just, there are certain players that love to just hit off the block, play off the block, even when they don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, she can hit around it, but she's so good. Casanova's so good at tooling and making the ball skip and bounce in weird directions off the block.
Her second kill this set. She has 10 overall and 6 were in the fourth set for Haiti Casanova. No touch anywhere. Hard to tell as it's traveling so fast.
Keep the energy going, Love Salt Lake. 14-12, your home team.
Brought back in by Ronnie Jones-Perry. And she set up. She wanted to have a chance at that ball. Got used by Drew Schumacher.
That's a veteran play. Tight ball coming your way, recognizing the block and throwing it off the hands out of bounds.
Jones-Perry wants that ball so badly. She's been on the floor the last 2 plays screaming
for it. She wants it because she knows, she can feel that she sees the block well. She knows how to score right now. Of course she's going to be screaming for it.
Ronnie Jones-Perry has 13 kills, 31 swings. Franklin as hard as she can, and Poulter on top of it with the block. Salt Lake point.
Salt Lake controlling things at the net again.
Washington, Unitska dimes the pass. Drew Schumacher doing what she does. Can Madison pull out this set? They've been from behind most of the way. Or will Salt Lake threaten the dreaded reverse sweep?
Volleyball right there, perfectly executed, every single touch. Middle blocker holds, Drews comes flying in out of the back row.
Unitska off the top of Dixon's hands. Sam, both of you remember the service run she had last time. She's behind the service line. Unitska, Bia, and Drew Schumacher up front for Madison. Back to Casanova. And a net violation against Madison.
That was Unitska going for it, just clipped the tape with her arm.
How does Haiti play with that big watch on her left hand?
I have no idea.
I mean, I guess she's an oppo, so she doesn't pass a lot.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. And why is it on? She doesn't know what time it is. It's Salt Lake time. Ball is just out. Substitution, Mary Lake coming in. Another hometown favorite as a libero at Brigham Young University. And you've got Hoffman, Kojima, and Lake receiving serve. That's a wonderful lineup. Amy Casanova, second fantastic set she has had today. Chasse, like a freight train,
came flying in. She must have been on the end line. I didn't even see her coming.
I didn't either.
She like ran off the bench and hit a big.
When you get in a car wreck, you're like, I didn't even see them. Until they hit me. Madison 1 point away of locking this back up. Going after Mary Lake again. I think it's the first swing by Claire Hoffman today. Kind of tough to have your first swing be this late in the set. Tamamiya Shiro will take the timeout since it has been tied up at 18.
The right decision is good. Keep going, Chase.
Salt Lake has had a block party, 13 blocks today.
Well, they are the third best blocking team in the league, and this is why you can see they line up great. They're physical, they pick good spots. And man, they're really putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, they average 2.5 a set. They're well above that average. Beautiful dig by Drew Schumacher. Can they put it away? Haiti. Carlini goes back to Uniska. Claire Hoffman gets another good swing. Casanova, you betcha. Drew Schumacher unloads and stops the conversation.
Man, Madison is pushing. You asked if they could come back, and absolutely, this is a team. And they put it all together.
Two excellent plays by Drew Schumacher, the dig and the kill, setting up this 4-0 Madison run. Woofed. Madison on a huge roll. Now ahead by 2. The conversation happening between Cespedes, our official, and Lauren Carlini. Madison 5 points away from a victory over Salt Lake. Trying to thread the needle, and you know, Ronnie Jones-Perry, they're not getting the ball to her. I know she's in the back court now, but I'd find her if she was on the bench, considering how hot she was.
Yeah, it's been a tough little stretch here. Lost a little bit of that momentum and that rhythm.
Kojima, perfect pass. Matsui to Casanova. Bia has been doing some fantastic blocking. And they go to her, right in front of her. Correa again.
So right now, they're counting on Casanova, right? So anything that's a little bit off the net, all those out-of-system balls are going to her, and anything perfect going to Dixon. So it's becoming a little predictable right now with what they have offensively.
That ends the run, but does that stop the bleeding? We'll see. Madison has won 6 matches in a row. And Salt Lake threatening to upend that. They haven't lost since February 21st. Tight ball and just diming it. Tori Dixon, out of system set, was perfection.
She's a baller.
Haley Washington up front in the middle. Dixon serving, you still got Haiti Casanova up there. Drew Schumacher gets hands. Madison 2 points away from keeping their win streak going.
Drew Schumacher really getting hot since she had that rest in the last set, coming back in and making a lot of big plays for her team.
5 kills in this set for Drew Schumacher. Claire Hoffman, aggressive swing.
Really nice tool off the block by Hoffman.
Poulter back in, Casanova behind the service line, and if you remember her last serve, it sounded like a cannon. Oh my. It's a gutsy serve too, considering the situation. Sarah Franklin says, I touched, and they're gonna do a challenge. Madison is requesting, was there a block touch?
May have been a pinky, maybe. Let's see if there's a. Oh, yeah, there it is. And Haley Washington's still saying no. There it is.
Don't believe your eyes, believe me. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It is match point Madison to keep their win streak alive and to still be in the hunt for the first round bye in the finals. Drew Schumacher swinging. And they do it. Madison comes back and takes their 7th consecutive win. Madison wins the match, and they will face Houston tomorrow, the team that they are tied with, or at least battling with for, actually they're not tied with, they're battling with Houston for the 2nd round seed. If they beat Houston, they win the tiebreak. Madison's ability to close it out on a 10-3 run was impressive. So many big stars. We talked about Drew Schumacher, who had 12 kills. Sarah Franklin also with 12 kills. Let's take a look at Franklin's performance tonight. Give you the numbers first. 12 kills, 1 error on 26 swings for Sarah Franklin. And she did it from all areas of the court. They served her a lot, and that was no problem. She brought power from the outside. Hitting between the blocks, sometimes down the line. Tried a little tenderness. She did a great job at mixing speeds. Sarah Franklin finishing with 12 kills and 12 points. She also had 4 digs. Carlini, Drews, all of them celebrating it right now, but Salima is standing by with Sarah Franklin.
Sarah Franklin, congratulations, player of the match, 12 kills. Talk to me about your match and the performance of your team.
I think it's just been awesome. This team has grown so much throughout the entire season, and I think our focus on building every single week has been so immense, and I think, you know, we really showed that on the court, and all of these girls have so much trust and have so much belief in each other, and that really just allows each and every one of us to go out on the court and play our best game.
7 matches in a row. I mean, that's a huge win streak for Madison. Tell me what you think the key has been.
I think it's just continuing to come in the gym every single day and, you know, push our limits, see how much we can do, see what out-of-system balls we can set better, see what kills we can get more, what passes we can turn, you know, from 2s to 3s. I think just really, really pushing those and having that belief, I think, has been super important for us.
Well, congratulations on being named player of the match, and congratulations on your victory today here against a very good Salt Lake team.
Thank you so much.
Another great performance by Sarah Franklin. This was what the brackets would look like if it ended today, because right now Houston sitting in second place for a bye, but plenty that still can happen because we've got more volleyball tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be Madison versus Houston. The winner of that gets the 2nd seed and the bye, and then Austin versus Salt Lake. They are pushing for that seeding 3 through 6. You want to try to get yourself in the best possible position in one of the toughest leagues in the world. Plenty of action tomorrow, and then we do hope that you will join us next week for the League One Volleyball Finals, starting quarterfinals Thursday, April 10th on ESPN Plus, and then the semifinals Friday on ESPN2. For my partner, Salima Rockwell, and our entire crew, I'm Anne-Marie Anderson. So long from League One Volleyball.